Since the massacres of October the 7th, Israel has been hard hit by more than 20,000 rockets and drones. People often ask me, what can I do to help? Well, I wholeheartedly recommend the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews.
With hundreds of homes ruined or destroyed, the fellowship is on the ground, bringing emergency food to the elderly in urgent need.
It's time that God-fearing people stand with our Jewish friends, have some hot food, and respond to God's calling on all our lives.
So 60 Minutes sat down with the Germans. Boy, the Germans are making a lot of news lately. They got all uppity and full of attitude, very similar to the Canadians. I don't know who these Germans think they are. Saying, give us more money or else whatever. Keep on subsidizing us to the tune of $100 billion. Those Germans, they cause problems. Almost every bad idea over the last 150 years has emanated out of Germany. And it continues to be that way. Germany is overcompensating for the evil that they offered in the 20th century. From the fall of Rome, both world wars, communism, the Reformation. No, not the Reformation. Blake slid that one in there. Nope, I'm very in favor of the Reformation, for the record. Blake thinks the Reformation was bad. I think it was essential. But yes, Germans are a bunch of troublemakers. So J.D. Vance, last week, threw it down in Munich. He basically said, there is no free speech in Europe. Why should we be subsidizing this failed European project? Very simple question. If you guys want to censor your own citizens, why should we be subsidizing it? We've been saying for quite some time that Germany is becoming more and more like the country of East Germany. Oh, you can't say that. Why is it that we hold up Europe as a shining beacon of liberty? This clip is going to shock you. This is 60 Minutes. These are German prosecutors who say that you could be fined or be put in prison if you insult somebody online. If you insult them online. Free speech is not a German value. Totalitarianism is a German value. And boy, are they hearkening back to the fundamental roots of despotic totalitarianism. Listen to this and also understand this is what Kamala Harris would have wanted for the United States of America. Play cut 2.
Is it a crime to insult somebody in public?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And it's a crime to insult them online as well?
Yes.
The fine could be even higher if you insult someone in the internet.
Why?
Because in internet, it stays there. If we are talking here face to face, you insult me, I insult you, okay, finish. But if you in the internet, if I insult you or a politician,
that sticks around forever.
Yeah.
If somebody posts something that's not true, and then somebody else reposts it or likes it, are they committing a crime?
Yeah, in the case of reposting, it is a crime as well, because the reader can't distinguish whether you just invented this or just reposted it. That's the same for us.
How much tragedy and horror has been done with that accent? I mean, every time they've been talking the last 100 years, something terrible is happening. Oh, yes, no problem. We censor you. Jeez. Let me see this again. Is posting an insult a crime? Yeah. Is it a crime to repost a lie? Jawohl. J.D. Vance responds, insulting someone is not a crime, and criminalizing speech is going to put real strain on European-U.S. relationships. They're doing this to us. We should just cut off the money. We should cut off the money. We're not going to subsidize Europe anymore if this stuff's going to continue. Why would we subsidize our own censorship? Do you know the Charlie Kirk show is censored in Germany, in the Eurozone? Do you know you can't access the Charlie Kirk Show podcast on Apple Podcasts? It is censored for hate speech. I've had people try all throughout Europe. You cannot find our program on Apple Podcasts in Italy, in Germany. So why would we subsidize countries that censor our own citizens?
Well, he was standing in a country where free speech was weaponized to conduct a genocide. And he met with the head of a political party that has far-right views and some historic ties to extreme groups. The context of that was changing the tone of it. And you know that the censorship
I have to disagree with
was
you.
specifically about the right.
No, I have to disagree with you. Free speech was not used to conduct a genocide. The genocide was conducted by an authoritarian Nazi regime that happened to also be genocidal because they hated Jews and they hated minorities and they hated those that they had a list of people they hated, but primarily the Jews. There was no free speech in Nazi Germany. There was none. There was also no opposition in Nazi Germany. They were a sole and only party that governed that country. So that's not an accurate reflection of history.
And Germany is exactly what Kamala Harris would want. This is the direction they want into the United States of America to come to. Insulting somebody is not a crime. They also do raids over this in Germany, just to be clear. They will raid your home. And they call socialist parties center-left and the AfD is far-right extremists. By the way, I'm going to be going to Berlin in May with a very special guest. I've been invited, where our goal is to push the boundaries on these laws. And if we get arrested, then that's Marco Rubio's thing to deal with.
It's 6:01 on a Tuesday morning, and we were with state police as they raided this apartment in northwest Germany. Inside, 6 armed officers searched a suspect's home, then seized his laptop and cell phone. Prosecutors say those electronics may have been used to commit a crime. The crime, posting a racist cartoon online. At the exact same time, across Germany, more than 50 similar raids played out. Part of what prosecutors say is a coordinated effort to curb online hate speech in Germany.
Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. We're doing so much good work here at Turning Point USA. We appreciate it. And if you listen to audio podcasts, subscribe to the Charlie Kirk Show podcast. That's Charlie Kirk Show podcast. We won, everybody. We won. I need to get this hat. Daisy, can you get me one of these hats? We won. And if you guys want a limited edition signed MAGA hat right here, last thing I'll say is become a member, members.charliekirk.com, to get a limited edition MAGA hat. We have 5,000 to send out, don't we, Daisy?
Over, like 8,000 now.
We have 8,000 hats I have to sign. 8,000 hats. God bless.